Soulful family, what's going on? Sorry, I am late. Was having some technical difficulties just now, but I was able to get them situated, and we are live. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? I understand some might not show up because I am really behind schedule, but it's all good. It's been a while. I'm kind of behind on content. If you didn't know, I am a trucker and been over the road lately. So wanted to come talk to y'all tonight simply because I know I'm behind on the content. So sure enough, I wanted to come talk to y'all about some fragrances that I, you know, did decant haul and was able to, you know, basically it's a lot of fragrances in the community that is getting a lot of hype behind them. So with that being said, I wanted to do my due diligence and get my nose on them. If you've seen in the thumbnail, we got a couple of fragrances: Nishane Neffs, Aican, what else? Udin from Georgioff, Summer Hammer, Eyes of Seven Hills by Alghabra. All some bangers that a lot of people, been standing behind. So, in my defense, well, not my defense, but I really wanted to get my nose on these fragrances. One moment. All right, I'm back. Here we go. Here we go. Let me go ahead and post everywhere that we are live because I know some people have, you know, they're not tapping in right now just because I'm definitely 30 minutes late behind schedule. So let me make sure I let everybody know we still live. What's going on? What's going on? But I can't blame nobody for not being here because this is my fault. So we're going to go ahead and get started, Soulful Family. Back to the channel. Another day expressing our individuality through the vice of fragrance. Because, like the soul, every fragrance can be unique. My scent of the day today was the infamous cherry fragrance, man, French Defense. I was a little cool this morning, got a little warm, so I was able to, you know, still get a good wearing out of a heavy fragrance. One of the best cherries in the game. What's going on? Not so famous. Appreciate you for stopping by, my guy. Running a little bit, well, not even a little bit behind, a lot behind today, but we're going to go ahead and get started. My center today is BTSOB, my cookie. I've never heard of that before, Chief. What that smell like? Never heard of that at all. Not the house, anything. Tell me what's that's like. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the first one, which is let's see, which one we gonna go with first? Kajal Aican. Man. Mm-mm-mm. One second. The house. Oh, born to stand out like a hot cookie. Okay. Okay.
1 second, counting down.
And it's musky, raspberry. Mm. And I tried a few from the house. Um, what is it? DJIF, Mary Jane. So far, Mary Jane has been my first. DJIF remind me of like an easy grab and go, freshy style fragrance. So I need to dive into the house and get the whole discovery set. Because from what I hear, I think Tazo did the discovery set. They got some bangers. So I might have to dive more in the house for real. But up first, we're going to go with Icon. So I got these decants all from Scent Split. It's usually where I get my decants from, Scent Split or either Decant X or one of the fellas or ladies in the community. You know, when we chop it up, sometimes, we do a decant swap or something like that. So up first, I'm going to go with Icon. And let's see what it's hitting on. If I remember correctly, it's a fruity fragrance, more so built for the spring and summer. If I remember correctly, can't really get nothing from the atomizer. 2 sprays on the arm. Right off the back, it's kind of familiar. Let me pull up the notes too, because I haven't looked up the notes for these fragrances. Some of them I just know from people talking about it. It's like a tropical fruity. I'm getting some passion fruit definitely right off the top. Maybe some ginger, some spices. This is good but familiar. It's good but familiar. I've been wanting to get my nose on this for a while because a lot of people said Icon was, up there with Lamar. Some of them liked it better than Lamar. And off initial sprays, I like it. It smells a little familiar. I'm about to pull up the full note breakdown to see what we got going on here. I know I get passion fruit. A lot of fragrances I've been looking at and grabbing or either testing this summer has had passion fruit in it. So I'm definitely picking up that right off the bat. Let's see this note breakdown. So we got top notes, so like I said, passion fruit, pineapple, mandarin. I get the mandarin with the passion fruit, the pineapple, not so much. Ginger, I called it. Black pepper, jasmine, musk, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, vetiver, and patchouli are the base notes. And right now, I can definitely get the mandarin. I can definitely get the passion fruit, the ginger. Black pepper's kind of non-existent. Got some balance though, because it's not overly fruit and sweet. So that's probably them bass notes coming in, just balancing out. Yeah, it really is nice. Not so famous. It really is. It just reminds me of something that I'm not sure what I'm about to. Because I'm using Fragrantica right now. I usually use Profumo, but this is what came up first, so I just clicked on it. So it's saying it's similar to the top two things is Ingenious Ginger and Basso. I have both of those. Let me smell. I don't I don't get Porho. It's much more fruitier. I don't get salty either, not so famous. I get more fruity and fruity with some light spices undertone. It's saying ingenious ginger. I don't want to spray this on arm. We get a tester strip just because I want to save my the skin for the fragrances we're gonna be smelling tonight. So I'm gonna put ingenious ginger on the tester strip and see if it's actually okay. I see why they say that. So just based off the opening of both, if in ingenious ginger, I'm getting more so that ginger up top with the fruits playing in the background versus Icon, the fruits are up top with the ginger undertones. Mm, I don't know. I don't know if this will be redundant to have. You have Basso, haven't sprayed it yet though. Okay. Yeah, I got a decan of it. From what I remember, it's really good. Oh wow, you said your bottle was bad out the box? Where'd you get it from? I've never had to go through something like that and that experience. Yeah, I can definitely see the similarities to Ingenious Ginger. I'm trying to see if I can find my decant of Basso. Nah, I think I end up using it all, but what I think is it Basso? No, okay, I just clicked on it. It's Vibrato, not Basso. Fragrance net, okay. Yeah, I don't order from them too much, but I have ordered for them, and my bottle wasn't bad. Have you went back and tried it and it still smell like alcohol, or did it end up getting better? So it's not bad. So it's Roberto, and grab another Texas strip and see if this one, if it's the same. I can see kind of why they say Vibrato. They do have the same passion fruit in the opening. Appreciate that light, but um, overall, I wouldn't really say they're one to one or as similar as Ingenious Ginger. Ah man, it didn't end up not getting better. That's some BS. I guess I don't want to say that's the chance we take with the gray market, but that's true to some BS that it ain't really nothing you can do about that either. Kajal smells like bright red toe. I haven't smelled that in a while. I'm gonna have to get my nose on it because I like vibrato, but just on my skin, it comes off like super synthetic. It smells great, but that's the only reason why I haven't gotten a bottle yet. I wanted to give it some more awareness this spring and summer to see if I have a different opinion. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, and it's been on my skin a little minute, and it's definitely coming off as the very similar to Ingenious Ginger, but I wouldn't call it redundant to have simply because, like I said, that it's opposite parallels. This Icon is definitely more tropical, fruity, and the ginger and the spices sit more in the background. Whereas Ingenious Ginger, it's opposite. You got that rich ginger right at the top, and the fruity chords definitely play more in the background. Trying to think what we're gonna go with next. Trying to see if not so famous. Have you tried Dehab from Kajal? People say it's also Icon is also similar to Dehab and Herbal Gold. I haven't tried Herbal Gold yet, to be honest. Okay, okay. Mm-mm. All right, we're gonna get into the next one, which is Summer Hammer. Last year, this fragrance got a lot of hype, and this house from Lorenzo Pasley guy. I messed that I messed the saying up of this guy's the name of this house every time I say it. I'm not even going to try. You say you got two, three, four, Lamar and Ferris. Okay. The only one I've tried or have is Lamar um, and Massa, and I can see myself potentially getting a bottle of Icon once I can find it at a good price. But I'm definitely gonna have to get a bottle of that. But let me go ahead and jump into the next one. I ended up getting the 2 ml decant of Summer Hammer because I knew with the season coming up, if I liked it, I was gonna get a bottle sooner than later. So I didn't want to, get too much and have to really go through it. So I'm gonna go with 2 sprays on the wrist for this one. It's Cool House. I want that Yasmina. Okay. What's the notes on that Yasmina? I haven't even heard of that one, honest. I heard of 2, 3, and 4. Lamar, Ferris. Mm. Okay. Okay. Summer Hammer. It's fruity. Very fruity. A leather floor. I will have to sample that one. I'm not a big leather fan whatsoever. So I'm gonna definitely have to sample that one. I love a good floral, but mm, this Summer Hammer, it's hitting. It's definitely hitting. I can't pick up anything in general. My bad, excuse me. But I'm definitely getting a fruit bomb. It said the main accords is sweet, tropical, fruity, woody, coconut, aromatic, white floral. Saying mango, pineapple, coconut. I get the coconut, bergamot, white rum, coconut milk, white floors, marine notes. It is kind of salty, sea salty. In the base, you got musk, sandalwood, amber, and vetiver. Okay. They say it's similar to herbal gold, god of fire. I don't really get the god of fire tie-in. Like I said, I haven't tried herbal gold, but I'm getting the mango. I'm getting the pineapple. I'm getting the coconut. It's salty. The salt, sea salt or marine notes is coming off almost like the seaweed in Megamart to me. Like that's the kind of marine notes and uh like that saltiness that I'm getting in Summer Hammer. How you like that herbal gold? Is it is it really much of a difference from herbal pure, or is it redundant to have both? Because I still got herbal pure, and I really even got mixed reviews as far as it being better or more masculine. A lot of some people say they pretty much identical. It's nice, man. Definitely different. Okay, okay. I know my barber have it. I might get my nose on it to spend some more time with it. What's going on, Joe? Salute my guy. Senator Day, Jacquees, Faith Lay, London, Loden. What's that smelling like, Joe? I never heard of that one. You said more like mango amber type of vibes. Definitely not one to one in the same. Okay. I'm gonna have to get my nose on it then and spend some time with it. Joe, my guy, what's that smelling like, Joe? I ain't never heard of that one before. You had me go back and revisit another sample I had last time I was on. I know you got a vast variety of fragrances in your collection. You says vetiver. There are three different ones in it. Okay, okay. I've been diving in. Well, last winter I dove more into vetiver. So, is it more of a fresh vetiver? You can wear in the warmer weather, since it's starting to get warm now, or is it more so, um, a heavier, more earthy vetiver for the cooler weather? This summer hammer is pumping off the skin too. Like just moving my hand back and forth, I'm getting wafts of it pumping off the skin. I can definitely see myself getting a bottle of this summer. I need to find my sample of sangria because for some reason I don't know honestly what I did with it. And that's one I was supposed to get my nose on. Was both of these honestly. Mm. Yeah, this summer hammer is a banger. I highly recommend if you haven't got your nose on that one that you do. I got some good in today as well. I just realized when I was thinking about it, I was supposed to get some samples from my barber, and when I went home, I completely forgot about it. Now that I think about it, so this will probably be another month or so before I get my nose on it. But people say they like sangria over Summer Hammer, And the way I'm liking Summer Hammer right now, bruh, this is definitely a fruit bomb with some with like a sea breeze note. Yeah, bruh. It it happened, bruh. I just forgot I had a lot going on that weekend. Bruh. I would definitely say get your nose on it. It's worth it. I'm definitely getting, like I said, a fruit bowl with like a sea breeze type of chord. Like the saltiness of like the mist of the ocean. And is what I'm getting with that coconut, mango, pineapple. Now that it's settled in more, I can't really tell the difference in the fruits as far as the mango, the pineapple. I think it's something else. It might have been mandarin orange. Oh no, it's mango, pineapple, and bergamot. I still get the coconut. I get some musk, but the fruits in the opening definitely they blending a lot more together now that it's settled on the skin. Yeah, definitely a nice pickup for Cali. Definitely, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So go ahead and dive into the next one. I'm gonna go with Eyes of Seven Hills. I'm gonna say Neffs for last because I know my man Tazo been standing on that fragrance since he started smelling it, and that's one of my guys. I trust his nose very heavy, so I'm gonna say that one for last. BTW Gritty and Clear Smells. So let's go ahead and get Eyes of Seven Hills on skin and see what this is smelling like as well. If you're just tuning in, like I said, I got these decants from Scent Split. Man, they're very affordable. Can't go wrong. All official fragrances, and they pretty quick when it comes to the shipping. Right off the back, I'm getting this in the air, and it's familiar right off the bat. And not I'm not sure if this a little booze that I'm getting. Mm, it's sweet, boozy. Mm. Let's go ahead and pull up the notes. We're smelling Eyes of Seven Hills from Alghabra. Um, Tazo actually is the one who put me onto this house as well. When he was talking about Jamaican tobacco, I ended up smelling Jamaican tobacco and Cuban tobacco and Peruvian tobacco. I um, end up getting Peruvian tobacco just because it stood out. The Peruvian oud, I think what it was, and with this dry smokiness, just stood out a little bit more to me. So I ended up going with that one. And a lot of people said the Eyes of Seven Hills was really good from the house. So I ended up picking up a sample, and I like it so far. It's very familiar. I'm getting some booze, some sweetness right off the bat. Can't really pinpoint what it is. Appreciate that. Yeah. And then I realized nobody was talking about that one either, and that's why another reason why I wanted to get that one, and just be a little bit different and stand out, especially because It was a great tobacco fragrance, as well as Alghabra has great quality. That is on your fall list. Joe, I like it so far. I'm about to look up the note breakdown and see, exactly what I'm smelling right now. But it smells great. It smells familiar to me. The clear bottle junk with the white label. I'm not sure if you're talking about Eyes of Seven Hills. I see it in the picture. It got like a black label. Says the main liqueurs are warm spice, amber. Definitely getting some amber, whiskey, vanilla, woody, tobacco, powdery. Like I said, I pick up the booze. I do get amber, some spice. I'm getting some sweetness as well in here, but let me go down to the notes. Said top notes of saffron, cinnamon, nutmeg. Middle notes of whiskey, vanilla, tobacco, benzoin, tonka bean, orris, patchouli. Base notes of amber, oud, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was just looking up the notes just now. I'm not getting the cinnamon right off top, or maybe I am. It's like the spices are light right now coming off my skin. I get more of the booze, the vanilla, the tobacco, and amber right off the top. There you go. Appreciate that, Joe. I was gonna go down and see what it was similar to in a moment, but that's exactly what I'm smelling. And I got that right over there, and I remember um, what it smells like. Great fragrance. It just is more of a scent bubble, not much of a strong projector off my skin. That's why I don't wear it as much. I say because it really smells just like it. Honestly, it really smells just like it. And if I spend more time with this and it performs better on my skin, in the words of my man Jim, side effects might go to Puerto Rico, and I might have to get me a bottle of Eyes of Seven Hills. Just being honest. Just being honest, because quality, Alghabra, if you try them, they don't disappoint. And they really smell almost 1 to 1. If I didn't have any of those two, which one would I choose? Right now, because I know side effect really doesn't perform on my skin, I will probably go Alghabra. If I just had two samples, smell them both side by side, and I didn't know the performance, yeah, they're the exact same. I will probably go Here's a Seven Eyes. Honestly, honestly, Joe, I think the quality is just a little bit better in Hills of Seven Eyes compared to Side Effect. Okay, it's settling down a little bit. The tobacco is coming out a little bit more. That booze is starting to tone down. Yeah, I'm a, I'm mad that it's starting to get warm. I'm gonna save this decant. I'm gonna definitely, if we get a cool day in the next coming up weeks before it really sticks into being hot, I'm gonna definitely see myself putting that on and spending some time with it. I can see the sandalwood coming out a little bit more. Not really getting any other base notes right off top. Like I said, the saffron and cinnamon is definitely starting to come out. You get the whiskey right off top. You get the vanilla, the benzoin, the tobacco. Mm. Hey, this is good. This is good. As much as I love the cooler and cold weather, I'm ready for some freshies. I'm ready to wear some freshies, my more fruity tropical fragrances. And I'm just ready for the switch up. Definitely couldn't. I can believe it. I can believe it. And there's so many great fragrances that you got. You have to just wear them situational due to the fact that they just don't perform the same in hot weather as cooler weather and vice versa. In Cali, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. See, and I would hate that just being because I love cooler weather. I love to throw on a good sweatsuit, a pea coat, a scarf. I love to dress it up. In Cali, you don't really get too many opportunities to do that. I love wearing a heavier fragrance like a Coute or an Alien from Day Three. A Habden, a Leighton, or a Kawashi blend. Those heavier, those darker fragrance. You can't really wear those too much in the heat. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I don't need it to be that cold, Joe. I'm good on the snow. I'm good on the snow. But this Eyes of Seven Hills, I would definitely recommend. And you know, if you don't have side effect, or even if you do and you're not sure about it, I get your nose on Eyes of Seven Hills. Because right now off the skin, it is a banger. What we got going on. Let's see, let's see. Let's go with I got two more fragrances to do. We got Jerdog's Udin and Nishane's Neffs. I'm probably gonna do Udin first. My man Selly was talking about this one, and I trust his nose as well. So, with it being another warmer weather fragrance, I didn't want to go with too big of a decant, so I went with the 2 ml because I know if I'm really digging it, I'm gonna blow through this and end up probably getting a bottle. You got a nice ting back and a shove. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely been a journey. Definitely been a journey. One second, I can dig it. Okay, I got that Udin and Uven overdose. Udin is great for a date. What's the difference between the overdose and the regular Udin? I'm looking. I just pulled up the notes. Said the main accords is citrus, woody, vanilla, powdery fresh, some coffee and rum. So we got the top notes of citruses, lemon, and grapefruit. Middle notes of rum, gaiac wood, which is, for those who don't know, is um, like a oud accord, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, coffee, musk, and ambergris. Okay, so overdose is closer to Renaissance. Hey, this Hills of Seven Eyes is going crazy off my skin right now. Let's see what this oudin is hitting on. Went on to put 2 sprays on the back of the wrist. Mmm. This is definitely a citrus bomb right off the bat. You getting? I definitely pick up the lemon, the grapefruit. It almost comes off like what is the lemon and lime combination? Is that black currant or bergamot? I can't remember which one, but it's definitely coming off like a lemon lime, maybe a little orange, like some type of that combination. If you just squeeze the juice, it's very realistic, like a very realistic citrus. If you put some lemon juice, some lime juice, and maybe like some orange, like orange zest in like a little cup and stirred it up. That's the type of citrus I'm getting from this fragrance. I'm not picking it up at the moment. I'm really not. I'm getting the citruses. The rose is starting to show its head a little bit, like in the background, kind of undertones. Hey, this alright. This is alright, especially for the spring and summer, those super hot days. I can definitely see this going crazy on those 90-degree plus days because it's very fresh. It's airy. Those citrus is very airy. Right off the skin, I'm not really picking up the rum. I'm not picking up the Gaiac wood. I'm getting citruses, a light floral tone in the background, and some musk. Don't really get too much of the vanilla, the coffee, but I might have to keep it on skin a little bit longer. Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I haven't smelled that in probably a couple of years. I would have to go back and revisit um, that fragrance to really say if if it smells like that. Bet you said it'll show itself soon. Because right now I'm getting a very airy, breezy citrus with some musk. Joe, my next purchase I want to get for spring is spring summer are Simone to Limit, Jungle Scope, and Malibu Party in the Bay. Hey Joe, you be knowing some houses that I ain't never heard of. I'm gonna need you to send me some of these houses and where you finding them at, cause I love to find a good fragrance house that nobody's really talking about, so I can experience and grab my own ideas and formulations of just something new that's not overly hyped in the community. Joe, if you don't mind, of course, once you order your bottle, send me a link to those or send them to me in the DM. That way, I can definitely get a sample and check those out, especially if they're for the summer. That appreciate it, Joe. Oh, Spence gonna get you. He said you was on somebody else's live, but ain't came on his yet. Uh-oh. I definitely welcome you on mines too, my guy. Cause you definitely got a nose and got some bangers. Spence, you too. We got to get up and set something up as well. I don't know. This Uden giving Summer Hammer a run for his money. Definitely two different style fragrances, but it's 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 definitely giving Summer Hammer a running for his money. Bet. We definitely had to set something up during the weekdays with my work schedule. I have to see uh what's going on before I commit to something because I wouldn't want to back out last minute. My work schedule, being in the truck can get kind of hectic, but we're definitely talking to DM and try to set something up and figure out a topic and go from there. Whether it's your channel, my channel, it don't matter. But we definitely got to get up. Uh, I don't know if that was for me or Joe, but I go ahead and answer it too. I like it, bro, just because I can come up here. This is really my first live doing by myself. My other lives I had, some of the fellas in the community up here with me, but uh, for the most part, bro, I enjoy it. Just doing the content videos overall. Just talking about something we enjoy as far as fragrance. I love talking about what I'm enjoying, my journey that I'm going through. Um, love putting people on to stuff they haven't smelled because Fragcom is just really we're our own little small corner of the world. Not not everybody. Most people in the world don't even wear fragrances. So to come up here and tell somebody about a Mansera or a even a Creed event is how they're overly populated and talked about for us, but to the average person, most people still don't even know what those are, even down to the clones and things of that nature. The average person in the world don't know what those fragrances are. So this being up here, coming up here talking about fragrances in general, I just feel like it allows me to, one, share my joy, my journey, and talk about, since I'm enjoying and experiencing that I love, as well as getting the word out, helping other people find, fragrances that they never either heard of or, gotten their nose on. So, and then the people I've met in the community have done nothing but embrace me. Guys like James, Jason, uh, Dedrick, Tazo, Sally, um, yourself, Joe, uh, Jared. Like a lot of people in the community, it's been all love. So I can't say anything bad about starting my YouTube journey. It's been a joy to me. What is it? What it ain't? Ha ha ha. You got your own tagline and everything. Glad you're enjoying. Yeah, man. I wanted to try to stay in my own lane, be original. When you watch a lot of content, you can easily find yourself when you think you thinking of something original. In reality, it's just your subconscious remembering something else you saw from watching other content. So I just try to try to be myself and try to stay original simply because it's so easy to regurgitate something subconsciously and not even notice it. So I just try to stay true to myself and be me and enjoy talking about what I talk about. So far, bro, the community ain't been lying. The Icon even though it was super familiar, I can see why the community loved it. The the Hills of Seven Eyes of Seven Hills. I can see why the community loves it. To me, right off the bat, I think it's a better side effect. Like just smelling it right now in this few little moments. To me, it's not close. Eyes of Seven Hills is better than the side effect, 100%. If I find somebody looking for side effect, it's going to Puerto Rico. Shout out to Gems. If y'all seen Sense and Sniff, my guy Gems, he'll send something to Puerto Rico quick. Man, I can find the beauty in most fragrances. My nose isn't crazy picky. I enjoy the art and the vibes Fraz give me. I agree. I agree. And I just recorded another video today. It was actually a clone fragrance from Lattafa, and I'm realizing that the clone houses are really starting to step up their quality. They're not going to be on the level of an Alghabra, a Nishane, a Bodicea, but you know, they're on a level with designers and some mid to high level designers. So, excuse me, I can see if they continue to step up, I can see them making even more bigger impact in the community than they already are. My tagline could be "Welcome to Joe's Matrix." I'm your host, the Sensei. And ending my tagline I always use: take care, smell good, everyone. One day I'll get back to you. Hey, rock with it, Joe. Rock with it. But you have so many fragrances that even people in the community haven't even smelled. Bruh, if you ever, start a YouTube or start doing content, uh, I'm liking and subscribing off the rip. Because like I said, bro, you got so many fragrances that even people in the community haven't heard of. I go to all these YouTubers channels and I see you giving them suggestions and they get their nose on it and they haven't heard of it and they enjoy it. So if you do start a channel, bro, you got my support all the way. That doesn't sound like friendly for YouTube. Hey, it can work. It can work. I done seen some of the most craziest things work. Yeah, this Summer Hammer is doing this thing as well. Overall, though, before I get into Neffs, overall for summer, as much as I like Summer Hammer, this Udin might be where it's at. As much as I'm enjoying Summer Hammer, this Udin definitely might. I'm starting to get the coffee too, Spence. It's more in the background and kind of in the undertone. It's giving a little bit of balance. It's giving a little bit of balance to this fragrance. But so far, because Aican is so close but different from Ingenious Ginger, I think Udin is leading my way so far to the four. That's being my favorite. Let's get on live soon. Definitely. I can definitely see this as being classy. Right now, yeah, I would say if I was to get any of these first four, it would definitely be Udin. If I sold Inicio's side effect, I would definitely get a bottle of Eyes of Seven Hill and Summer Hammer. I'm gonna definitely add to my collection. Since I got a 5 ml of Icon, I probably rock out with this for a little while, just because it's so close to Ingenious Ginger in my opinion. So I probably rock out with this 5 ml so far, but I can definitely see myself getting a bottle of Summer Hammer and Udon. You know who else did that coffee like that? A Gentleman's Extreme. They didn't go ham on the coffee, just a touch. Is that Givenchy? Gentleman's Extreme? Is that from the house of G5G? Let me know, Spence. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I'm just starting to get back into my designers. I went down probably the last 2 years. I went down this niche path and just ain't looked back, to be honest with you. Hold on, give me 1 second, everyone. Alright, I'm back. But last but not least, man, my man Tazo, he's been stamping this fragrance. If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be his favorite fragrance in his collection. But I don't want to quote him if it ain't true. But I know he stands behind this fragrance and puts it up against almost anything. So I'm gonna see what we got going on right now. I got a 2 ml because I know, like I said, I can't wear it much right now because it's getting hot outside. But if I enjoy this fragrance like I think I am, I'm probably just gonna go and get a full bottle. Gotta go. Take care, guys. Joe, be safe at work. Have a great day, my guy. Well, great night. Enjoy. Peace and love, brother. But yeah, I know if I truly like this fragrance, I'm gonna end up getting a bottle and have it on standby for the spring, fall and winter of next year. Neffs, Mana, Jamaican tobacco, Basso, and Sangria. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially the Neffs, the Jamaican tobacco, Sangria, and Basso. I haven't heard him talk much about Mana, but the rest of them, he definitely been pushing for a minute. He I forgot which one he put me on to. Oh, Magnificent. He was pushing out a lot last year too. He put me on that straight banger. So I trust his nose. I got a couple of decants or a few things based off his recommendations, him and Sally. But let's see. Let's put this on. A couple of sprays on the back of the hand. See what the hype is about. Right off the rip. It's kind of powerful. It's wafting off the skin, off the muscle. It's boozy. Got some spices in here. I'm getting some woods. A hint of sweetness. Okay. Definitely date night approved. Off the muscle. Date night approved. Oh yeah. He has been pushing bodacious too. Uh to him the best smelling cherry. And I wouldn't call it the best smelling cherry because I like the cherry in French Defense and Jadu more so than bodacious, but I like bodacious as the fragrance over those two, if that makes sense. Hey, yo, this is a high oil content too. Yeah. Y'all see the sheen on that? As some would say, it's quality. Quality. You got your nose on Pacific Chill yet? since about to go back into designers. I've smelled Pacific Chill. I smelled a couple of the LVs. Pacific Chill, Afternoon Swim, Lovers, Lemicite, and Imagination. And I think it was the one that started with the M as well. Pacific Chill, Afternoon Swim, and the one that starts with the M. I really enjoyed all those. Imagination was cool. Didn't understand the hype. Lemicite was cool. Didn't really understand the hype. But Pacific Chill, I enjoyed. Afternoon Swim, I enjoyed. And the one that started with the M, I enjoyed them all, but I just feel like for the price tag, yeah, Meteor. I just feel like for the price tag, to me, it's not worth the price. Even with being able to get refills, 350 for that juice, in my opinion, for my pockets and things that I like, it's not worth it to me. But I don't knock anybody who picks them up, especially when you can get refills on the bottom. So it ain't like it's bad juice, but Jadoob is special, bro. It's definitely different. And I've only had samples of them, and I wore them. It was cold when I got my samples, so I more so wore it around the house, and I got decent longevity out of it around the house. I don't know how it would do outside in the heat, but I kind of heard the same thing as far as Afternoon Swim and Pacific Chill, and it's number one from the house in my opinion. Then Symphony number two. I need to get my nose on Symphony. I haven't tried that one yet. Yeah, it's not a bad house at all, Spence. It's just I really feel like, especially with them not being no discounters, I really feel like it's definitely overpriced. Just like how some people feel Bodicita is overpriced, but you can find it on discounter, so it kind of is it's some give and take. LV is kind of hard to find on discounters. So for me, unless I get it from somebody for a steal or I get like a 10 ml or something like that, I probably won't have any in my collection. Exactly. And for your, I don't get me wrong, I got a bunch of decanters up there. I don't mind, or travel atomizer. I don't mind uh putting some in the atomizer and respraying. But at the same time, if I'm gonna have to respray after 3-4 hours, like that 5.5 6 hour mark is kind of for me to spend over 250. You got to at least give me that 5 6 hours. And from what I'm hearing, and from what I experienced with Afternoon Swim and Pacific Chill, they really, you might get about 4 hours on them, five at the most. So it's like it's barely touching the cusp. And for that price tag, I just can't do it. I feel you on that. I don't got no bottles from them, but I might look into grabbing a couple one day. Yeah, I can see myself grabbing a couple of 10 mls just because they do have some good scents. I can't knock them on that at all, but I just, I can't see myself getting a full bottle. I let this Neff sit, a little bit. It's definitely boozy. I'm getting some tobacco, some sweetness, very rich. Let's pull up. Let me pull up the notes. Automatically got that stamp of approval for a date night steakhouse uh type thing. You know what's going crazy, bro, going through your collection and realizing you don't need anything but still shopping. Exactly. You will realize you don't need anything, but I feel like we all just enjoy experiencing new things, so we continue to buy. I think I'm gonna get Pacific Chill. That's it. Wish there were, Yeah, if they was on discounters, I definitely would agree. I probably would have a few of them. But I'm happy with having my collection, enjoy fags. Like I feel like I'm missing something if I don't have something or even sleep. So to me, that's why I get decants. If I feel like I might like something, but I don't feel like spending the money, I get a 5 or 10 ml more so than the 2 ml just to spend time with it. So I'm not feeling like I'm missing out too much. So, but the main accords on this Nishane Neffs, man, is warm spice, woody, floral, honey, oud, rose, sweet, whiskey, leather, vanilla. Like I said, I get the booziness, I get some sweetness, I got the woody, not picking up any oud. There's something dark in here. It could be the oud, but it's not coming off real funky like. So that's what's probably giving the balance and that darkness to this fragrance. Okay. That could be the fruity undertones I'm getting that fig. And I enjoy fig very much. I got the woody as well. Bruh, bruh. You know what we talking about here, bruh. Man, top notes: honey, saffron, fig, violet, and sage. Middle notes: rose, osmanthus, nutmeg, jasmine. Base notes: we got oud, whiskey, vanilla, leather, amber, balsam, cinnamon, cedar. I'm glad you went live, bro. Got to go to sleep every now and then. Oh, got to go solo every now and then. Yeah, Chief. And long as I got people in the chat talking to me like you've been doing, bro, it's it's easy because all I'm doing is talking about what I'm smelling and getting feedback and conversation, just like almost talking like you was talking to somebody in person or somebody texting you and you talking to them out loud. Yeah, it is good practice. It's awkward when there's nobody in the chat, but at the end of the day, like you were seeing if you catch the playback in the beginning of the video, you just gotta keep talking and do your thing. But hey, bro, Tazo, I understand, bro. I definitely understand. This is a banger. Date night approved. I get the honey sweetness. I also get the vanilla that I think is sweetening up and keeping this fragrance from going too dark. The oud is blended very well, comes off very smooth, not funky at all. I seen people go live with no one in the chat and they watch TV on their phones and yeah, it's not. That's why, like, if nobody would have came in the chat, I would have came, smelled the fragrance, talked about them, and if the live was 30 minutes, the live was 30 minutes. However, it took long to get through the fragrance. That's just would have been, what it was, and that way I came, I did what I wanted to do, and went about my business. This rose is starting to come out a little bit more, but it's definitely sitting in the background. It's like for the top notes, it's like they almost sit in the background, and these bass notes come out off the rip. I'm getting the oud, the whiskey, the vanilla, all those, the amber, all those are bass notes, and I'm getting them right off top. I'm getting undertones of fig, undertones of honey. The spices are undertones. So it's almost like I wonder what's the concentration on Neffs. Do you know? Not so famous. Is this the EDP, a parfum? Awkward. Yeah, they are. They are. Okay, so far, Neffs is definitely full body worthy. Uden is full body worthy. Summit Hammer is full body worthy. Icon, if you have ingenious ginger, they a little redundant to have, but they kind of do a different thing. Icon, the fruits are more dominant and the ginger sits in the background. And ingenious ginger, the ginger is dominant and the fruits are in the background. So I don't think it's redundant to have both, but I can understand if somebody said it was um, redundant to them to have both. And then Eyes of Seven Hills. To me, if you don't have initial sound effect, it's full bottle worthy. And even if you do have side effect, like I can see myself selling my side effect bottle and getting Eyes of Seven Hills. They did it way better, quality better. Side effect doesn't perform on me, so I can definitely see myself selling my side effect and getting a bottle of Eyes of Seven Hills. Yeah, exactly. Not so famous. All of them are been body worthy. It's just all about if you want redundancy or if you have those other bottles that are similar. Okay, it's in the straight. So in that case, I understand why the bass notes come out so heavily off the jump. That makes a lot of sense. They all they all that way. They do a great job, and yeah, they do. They do. Uh, I got a couple from Nishane. I had the simple set of the X line. I actually got Ani X and Wulong Cha. Um, Probably definitely going to get Neffs. They say Mana leans more leather for it, so I'm not so sure if I'm going to get my nose on it with me not being a strong fan of leather. Even with this Neffs, like the leather is kind of an undertone that plays in the background. Long leather is not too forward or the dominant note, I can rock with it. Icon smells just like Lamar and Times Almas, both from Kajal. Okay, I love Lamar, but I never smell Almas at all. But if that's the case, then yeah, it ain't no need to. If you got the other two and you can layer, why not layer? Especially if you got a vast collection. But if you don't, so far all five of these are bottle worthy. I can see myself getting Uden first simply because uh, it stands out and it's just a little bit different than Summer Hammer. If it was the fall season or winter season, I would get Neffs first, but I can see myself getting Uden and Summer Hammer first, probably just because the season that we're in, and then potentially coming up this winter, I get Eyes of Seven Hills and Neffs. Icon, I'm probably just going to spend some more time with to see if I want to have that redundancy in the collection. Bottle worthy doesn't mean you got to buy them all, though. But yeah, me, I know that, but come on now. If we like it, 9 times out of 10, we buy it. I love Side Effect, even though I've been hearing Eyes of Seven Hills is better than Side Effect. So I definitely say try it. I feel like they nailed it to the T as far as the scent profile, and they did it with better quality. So I definitely say try it out if you enjoy Side Effect. Bro, what bottles you got behind you? And interested before you shut it down. I got some of everything. Point out what you see or describe, and I grab it. I can tell you what it is. Udon's been on my must buy list for a few months now. I understand why. This is my first time smelling it, and Selly's been my boy Selly knows it all. Been talking about it for a minute, and bruh, I understand why. It's definitely like that. It's a good one, K. I can dig it. Classy, alright, fresh, warm at the same time. So Bond, I got Centerpiece, Blicker Street, um, the Hamptons, Lafayette Street, and Signature from Bond. And then the only PDMs I got is Leighton and Habden. And I got a couple of Montals as well. I got Blue Amber, Sweet Vanilla, Oud, Prashima, Wood and Spices, and then my favorite Montal, Intense Cafe. But I got a little bit of everything. When I started diving into niche, I kind of went from Creed to Bonds to Montals and Manceras, and then it you know it kind of spread and went in every which way in every direction from there. But overall, just going back through these, especially if my nose is starting to fatigue as well, smelling these so close. Yeah, Uden and Summer Hammer. Before we shut it down, Oud and Summer Hammer are definitely um, getting brought in the upcoming months. Uh, Closer to the end of summer, I can see myself probably getting Eyes of Seven Hills and getting rid of Side Effect. And I'm definitely, no questions asked, I'm getting the bottle of Neffs easily. Hold on now. Yeah, Udon reminds me of Lafayette Street a little bit. Bond isn't worth the price for the most of their fragrance though, but I'm definitely grabbing Udon. I agree, but that's why I get a lot of stuff from discounters because I feel like a lot of fragrances aren't worth their retail price, and Bond is one of them. But you can find Bonds also a at the discounters as well. So it kind of balances itself out, in my opinion. Definitely hit me when you get time about going live one day. I definitely got you, Spence. Uh, but I'm curious now. My nose is kind of fatiguing, so I don't want to spray it. I can see the opening, the citruses that's in Lafayette Street. I can see the opening being similar, somewhat uh, Lafayette Street to Uden. I don't know if it's the grapefruit or just the citrus blend all in itself that's making it similar. But I can see. I thought you was tripping at first, but I definitely understand what you're saying, Kay. I definitely do. I definitely will. Spence, I got an idea coming up with the younger guys. I'm about to mention to them soon. Tazo, Selly, my boy Terrence Taylor, and the other young guy Trey. I've been watching some of his contents. Um, I got an idea. I'm gonna pitch to everybody. I'm gonna be in touch and see what they would know what everybody's schedule looking like. What bond you talking about, Spence? Before I shut it down. Yeah, let me know which one you was digging real quick. Because I rock a Bond, I honestly do. Some people give it slack, for the quality, they come off kind of synthetic, but little do they know, even the high end niches like Nishane and Bodicea, they use synthetics. It's high quality than synthetics, but guess what? It's synthetics. All these high end brands aren't using all naturals. At the end of the day, does it smell good? The same way with the clone conversations. Does it smell good? And me, I stand on quality. I get it. But everybody aren't, into fragrances the same way we are. So at the end of the day, does it smell good? Quality, that's something you're gonna smell so up close in the air. It ain't gonna be too much of a difference. I haven't tried. Well, I'm not sure if I've tried New Harlem. I don't want to say I haven't. I just can't remember it right offhand, to be honest. So I usually go to the mall every other weekend when I'm not over the road. So I'm gonna make sure I get my nose on that and see, basically refresh my scent memory on that New Harlem aquatic fresh. Maybe Coney Island. I got a lot of decants trying to find it. It's a blue bottle. From Bond. Is it from Bond or Montal you talking about, Spence? This Neffs is really still going crazy on my skin. Like every time I move this hand around, sitting this vape down, grabbing a drink, I'm getting wafts of either Neffs or Uden, cause they both on both hands. Like the Eye of the Seven Hills, it was wafting off the skin at first. It's settled down. Same with Icon on my other but the Uden and Neffs is definitely still going strong. Okay, Coney Island from Bonham, and I'm about to check out the notes right now. Let me see what it's talking about. Island. Okay, it's a citrus, aromatic, fruity, sweet, woody, aquatic, tropical style fragrance. Huh. I've never seen a fragrance with a tequila note, and that's what I'm sipping on right now. Lime, tequila, melon, and guava. Caramel, dark chocolate, cinnamon in the middle. Cedar, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. Hey, yo. Spence. This might be my first recommendation from you that I have to get my nose on. I ain't never seen a fragrance with a tequila note or a guava note and done in a unisex, leaning masculine way. The notes definitely sound fire. I'm I don't know. I found it at a good price. I might have to blind buy. As what's my man's name? As Ross uh as Ross say, we blind buy so the people don't have to. But oh yeah, if it's at a solid price, I'm gonna probably blind buy. But if it's at a price where I might want to sample first, I definitely let you know, um, and get a decant from you because the notes sound amazing. I wonder what that guava and melon combination with tequila. I can see it, starting off very, very fruity with like a airiness to it, and then changing it to something more dark and sweet. Well, I won't say dark or heavier and sweet. It becomes probably starts off like an airy fragrance and comes off, end up drying down into a more heavier, sweet fragrance. When I first smelled it, I thought, oh, it's regular, but then the notes started coming out, and I was like, hey, yo, yeah, it be like that. Sometimes it definitely, you think something is basic, and then it starts to change and nuance, and that's one of my favorite things about fragrance in itself, when it has some complexity and starts to nuance, and it really does, um, does his own thing. Because you can have two fragrances that smell just alike in the opening, and then they go two completely separate ways, and no longer becomes redundant to have both, even though they smell similar in the opening. For example, Uden, and just my initial thoughts, initial sprays of Uden and Lafayette Street. The citruses are kind of similar in the opening, but these things are going completely separate ways. So that's one of the key things I enjoy and love about fragrance. A part that's the thing that gets me when people review fragrances and they spray for the first time and they got it on and got an opinion already. Yeah, like some of these fragrances, like you can give an initial impression. That's why I stopped like rating fragrances, because you can give an initial impression or initial rating, and you go back and spend time with it, you got to come back and be like, oh, hey, this is growing on me. I thought it was bad. Nah, just say it's good, but you need to spend more time with it. We can't immediately jump, and shit on the fragrance or overly hyper fragrance. If it's good, cool, call it a banger. But I guess that's just me. I'm not quick to shit on the fragrance just because I know how things can change, especially if you try something in the wrong season. I'm like, no, you can have an opinion, but you can't read it like that. Take that thing out for a spin. Exactly. You gotta get a full awareness, man. It's really a couple of them to really see how a fragrance react and really does on your skin. I just can't even the weather changing can change for a fragrance. Maybe you haven't tried it in the right. Exactly, bruh. Like, what fragrance was it? Vanilla Oud from Vatus. When I first bought the fragrance, I couldn't stand it. But that's because I bought it in the summertime and wore it in the summer. And if anybody knows, that's a winter fragrance all the way. All the way, that is a winter fragrance. So to be wearing it in, 90 plus weather, clawing, really smelled disgusting. Honestly. It sat on my shelf. I didn't even wear it in the wintertime. It sat on my shelf for over a year, and I just so happened to bring it to give to my barber on Thanksgiving weekend, and I just so happened to spray it on. Gave him the sample, and I bought a bottle. That's just how good it was in a cold, compared to smelling it in the winter. Trying stuff in its proper season can work wonders and do a fragrance complete justice. Like shoes, like shoe polish. Exactly. Like, bruh, nasty work. Like a heavy fragrance like that in high heat is complete nasty work. Last to dry down is, yeah, I agree. I agree. The oud settles in a little bit more, mixing with the vanilla and the undertones of the woods. I definitely agree to dry down is where it's at. But man, we've been on this thing an hour and a half. I'm really surprised it went this long. But I definitely Spence, K, Joe, everyone else in the chat, those of you who popped in and out. I just appreciate y'all for stopping by and showing some love. I do truly apologize that I was late. I was having some technical difficulties, man. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Man, until next time, Soulful Family, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, peace and love. Blessings.